Please click on the subscribe button so you get notified when the latest content drops. Now, let's kick it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the NFL season has come and gone, and now I'm going to give you my Sunday and Monday NFL wildcard picks. But first, let's recap how we did on Week 18. Chiefs was 7.5 against the Broncos. After the Bengals won, Chiefs threw that game, in my personal opinion, against the Broncos. Broncos whooped that ass. Commanders minus 6.5 over the Cowboys. I'm surprised the Commanders struggled against the Cowboys. They still ended up winning the game, but it was closer than it needed to be. Bears plus 10 against the Packers. We hit on that one. I didn't think it was going to be a upset. I thought the Packers were going to ultimately win, and the Bears were going to make it a close ball game. Bears ultimately won, mainly because Jordan Love got hurt. And will that impact my pick this week? You'll see here in a bit. Jets plus 1 over the Dolphins. No Tua. They got Aaron Rodgers. Potential last game. Easy pick right there. Jets plus 1 over the Dolphins. And Vikings plus 2.5 over the Lions. I didn't see them getting blown out like that, ladies and gentlemen. That was bad. That was horrible. Like, realistically, I'm befuddled. For the season, we went 50-40 with the 55% hit percentage on my picks. So if you stayed with me, I appreciate you guys. Now, let's get into this week's picks, ladies and gentlemen. Pick number 1, I'm taking the Bills plus 9.5 against the Denver Broncos. Rookie quarterback, first NFL playoff game against the Bills, who are tested under Josh Allen and Sean McDermott. I think the Bills defense, even though they've been lackluster all year, will show up, will stand up this in their first home playoff game this season. And I think they will make it difficult for Bo Nix. I think Josh Allen has been playing an MVP caliber style of football, in my personal opinion. And honestly, I could see the Bills blowing out the Denver Broncos at home. Personally, I just don't think the Broncos are ready just yet. I think the Broncos are a year, maybe 2 years away from really competing in the AFC, especially in the first round. But when it comes to today, with the way that Josh Allen has played, with the way the team has rallied around him, what he's done with the limited amount of weapons, take the Bills minus 9.5 over the Denver Broncos, ladies and gentlemen. Pick number 2. Take the Packers plus 5 against the Philadelphia Eagles. The reason why is because when I saw them play the first time in Rio, I understand it was a neutral site game, but I genuinely thought and believed that if the Packers faced the Eagles again, Packers were going to beat them. Packers almost beat them the first time, and now they have the opportunity to beat them again. And I understand Jordan Love is dealing with an injury. Jalen Hurts hasn't played in a couple weeks. It's been concussion protocol. There is something to say about Rustin. I understand the Eagles are undefeated when Hurts, Barkley, Brown, and Devontae Smith all play. I understand that. That being said, I like Matt LaFleur a lot more. I believe in Jordan Love as a quarterback a lot more. And as long as they can continue to feed the ball to Josh Jacobs and throw the ball, get Jaden Reed 6 targets. No, not 5 targets. Get Jaden Reed 6 catches and 2 touchdowns, or 6 catches and a touchdown. You're going to win the game if you do that. Usually when the Packers feed the ball to Jaden Reed, Packers play well. So take the Packers plus 5 against the Philadelphia Eagles. Pick number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers minus 3 against the Washington Commanders. I actually like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, even though they've been dealing with a lot of injuries this year. Baker Mayfield, regardless of the injuries that he's had on the offensive side of the ball, he still has his number 1 weapon in Mike Evans. He also has Bucky Irving in the backfield, and personally, I think that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, with an experienced Baker Mayfield, is going to be able to beat the Washington Commanders, who have another rookie quarterback. I think Todd Bowles' defense will be able to show up and show out and give Jaden Daniels some problems, especially because not only have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers beaten the number 1 and number 2 seed in the NFC this year, but Jaden Daniels has also struggled against good NFL playoff caliber teams this year. And I think that the trend will continue against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, especially in the playoffs. I genuinely believe that the nerves, the first time being in the playoffs, will catch up to Jaden Daniels. I know he has carried himself very well this year. With that being said, take Tampa Bay -3 against the Washington Commanders, mainly because of the experience factor. mainly because they still got a lot of players on that team that have been in the playoffs and know what it takes to win playoff games. And I just like Baker Mayfield right now a lot more than Jaden Daniels, especially after last week's performances. Give me Tampa Bay. Last but not least, take the Vikings -2.5 against the Los Angeles Rams. The reason why is because the LA Rams are not playing at home this week. They're dealing with a lot of tragedies, a lot of tragic real life events happening right now in Los Angeles, people being displaced. I don't think their mind is fully on football, and I can't blame them. The Vikings have been preparing for a road game since last week. They knew they were going to go on the road, so not much has changed in their routine, their preparation habits. The Rams, however, I know Sean McVay is a great head coach, Super Bowl winning head coach, Matthew Stafford and all that. I think that Matthew Stafford, in my personal opinion, is a bit overrated. That's neither here nor there. I still think because of everything that's going on in Los Angeles, or especially because of players, families, and all that, it's going to be tough for the Rams to beat the Vikings, especially out in Arizona. So give me the Vikings -2.5, who have a deep offensive roster. They got Justin Jefferson, Addison, Aaron Jones. You got TJ Hawkinson. Sam Darnold had a bad week last week, but I think Kevin O'Connell is going to be able to help him bounce back this week. And Brian Flores, that defense, it's been good all year. I know last week it wasn't a good showing, but I think they'll have a much better showing this week against the Rams. And I think the Vikings ultimately win the playoff game with Sam Darnold and move on to the next round in the playoffs. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, my NFL Wild Card Sunday and Monday picks. We got the Broncos losing to the Buffalo Bills -9.5. We got the Bills at -9.5. We got the Packers +5 against the Eagles. We got the Buccaneers -3 against the Commanders, and the Vikings -2.5 against the Los Angeles Rams. Guys, if you have been tuning in, I appreciate you guys for sticking with me through this entire NFL season. Guys, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the video. Share this with your friends, families, and partners. Make some money with my picks, listen to my sports takes, or just watch with some positivity. Always remember, desire is power, and if you desire to be great, you have the power to be great. Thank you all for being a part of my 5 Flaming Hot picks, and now my NFL Wildcard Weekend picks, or NFL Playoff picks. We still haven't come up with a real name for it. Stay tuned. We'll be back next week. Love you all.
Guys, have you heard? Shady Mob Productions is an official affiliate of HBO Max. Click on the link in the description and sign up so you can watch hit series like Hard Knocks, Game of Thrones, and House of Dragons. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
Baby, you've been blaming me. You've been blaming me. You've been blaming me.